Yeah, I think it's a really good example. I mean, again, I don't think it's one moment. I think Saturday was a moment that probably exemplified that. But I think overall, what he's been able to do for the last 3.5 years, I think is really the story. I don't think one game is going to define Trace McSorley. It's the whole package. It's the running, it's the passing, it's the leadership, it's the toughness, it's the academics, it's the community service. It's all of it. And I think that's why, whenever I, listen to press conferences that the coaches were playing or read transcripts or whatever it may be, everybody talks about him. Last year, obviously, Saquon Barkley got a lot of attention, but, a lot of coaches you talk to say, yeah, Saquon Barkley was a very, very special player, but it started and ended with the quarterback. He made it all go, So I think, there's a lot of good coaches in our league. You could make the argument maybe the best in the country, and there's a lot of respect for Trace. Universally. So I think obviously Saturday was a really good example of that. He got banged up a little bit. He went down and. Is like the whole stadium. You could literally there was no oxygen left in the stadium. The whole stadium took a deep breath. And then obviously when he came out of that tent and started jogging around, obviously that moment probably, kind of tells the story. But I would say actually the fact that, he's been playing this long and there's been very few times that he's even laid on the field in the first place, talks about it. The way he's been able to develop because of his toughness, because he never misses practice. The way he's been able to develop because of how he takes care of his body, how much sleep he gets at night. He's never cramped. And I know these things sound small, but it's because of his sleep and because of his nutrition and because of his hydration. Because he does all those things right, allows him to practice at a high level every single day without losing time. Because of how he practices and because of how he trains, allows him to play at a high level. And the reality is, if you're not living right in every one of those areas, it's going to come back to haunt you at some point. One of those areas is going to catch up to you, and it's going to limit your development. And Trace is a guy that is willing to make all those choices day after day, whether he's in Lash Building or outside of Lash Building, that are going to give him and us the best chance to be successful. So, I think that speaks volumes.